Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Witch of the Woods Tarot. I'm Laura. Welcome if you're new here. Today I have another love reading for you. This is going to be all about your future spouse, and you're going to choose a deck today. But before we get into it, I did want to mention that the day you're seeing this, August 12th, is a huge day astrologically. We have a total solar eclipse in Leo. We have a very large meteor shower, and we also have 6 planets in alignment. So this is an interesting time. And my advice to you, of course, look it up for yourself, see what you want to do. If you want to use this as a day to superpower your manifestations, you can go ahead and do that. But my advice to you on this day is to observe, is to not take action, but to observe, pay attention to signs, yes, and synchronicities. Pay attention to where your focus is. Pay attention to what encourages you to take action, what motivates you, and then pay attention to the things that fall away. So my plan on this day is to, again, just be the observer and to see what naturally feels aligned so that I can move towards that after this day, or after this time period, and then to see what naturally falls away. With this total solar eclipse being in Leo, Leo is all about the self. It's all about the ego as well. And so I don't think because of that now is the time to take action. I truly believe now is the time to observe and to analyze and reflect and then move forward once you've gathered that information. So just a little message about this very powerful day. And now we will get into your reading. So I have 3 piles for you to choose from as per usual. We're not using crystals today. I'm going to have you go solely based on the deck. Pick whichever deck is calling to you the most. For pile number 1, you have the Tarot of the Divine. This is what the back looks like. And this is some card imagery for you to help you choose. Pile number 2, we will be using the Warrior of Love Tarot. This is what the back looks like. And this is a random card to help you choose. And pile number 3, we are using the Ethereal Visions Tarot Luna Edition. This is what the back looks like. And your random card is the Wheel of Fortune. Choose one pile that you feel drawn to the most. Let your intuition guide you here, okay? Maybe one of these images sparks a memory in you, or sparks just a sense of rightness in you, okay? Take your time, and when you're ready, there will be timestamps down below in the description box that will take you directly to your pile, and I will see you there. Hello, pile number 1. You chose the Tarot of the Divine. So welcome to your reading all about your future spouse. Today we're going to go over first who they are, find out a little more about them. We're going to ask what they do for a living, for work, etc. We're going to get into how the two of you will meet, when and where you'll meet, and then why the two of you work so well together, okay? And then at the end, we're gonna get you some advice on how to bring this in for you. Okay, pile number 1, let's get started with your oracle. Spirit, thank you so much for presiding over this reading. All right. So tell us about pile number 1's future spouse. Who are they? Pile number 1's future spouse. Oh, okay. 3 popped out. We've got manifestation. We've got the rainbow reviver. And we've got reparenting yourself. Interesting. Right away, I'm getting that your future spouse could be a therapist, a counselor, or a coach of some kind. Okay? Very interesting. Let me get some Lenormand as well. I'm just going to pull all the cards and then we'll get started, okay? Because I'm kind of getting all of the answers at once. Pile number 1's future spouse. Spirit, thank you so much. Okay. We've got anchor, stability. That's very nice to see. And then fish, money. I'm going to get you some tea leaves here. Okay. I think that's enough. For some of you, this might be a reconciliation coming in. That's only for a few of you, okay? Don't freak out. But we've got dog far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. We've got bat, take care, enemies are working against you. Interesting. We've got scissors, disappointment in some affair. And we've got fan with romance, celebration, and party. Right away, this is making me feel like your spouse or you is coming out of a disappointing situation, a divorce, a breakup, okay? Maybe their last relationship ended with their other party, their previous partner cheating on them, okay? Let's get into your tarot. Pile number 1's future spouse. Okay, we've got the Tower, yeah. We've got the 3 of coins, okay? Yeah, they're your future spouse, so they are definitely someone who is coming out of a sort of disastrous relationship, whether that was, again, because of cheating. This feels like a committed relationship, so probably a marriage, or just they were living together for a while. It was a longer term relationship that they're coming out of. Pile number 1's future spouse, 5 of coins. Future spouse. Okay, I think that's it for now. We've got the 7 of cups. Okay, I'm actually going to put these down here. I think you can still move my cauldron. I think you can still see those. Okay, let's get into it. So who are they? Who are they? They are someone who may not realize how spiritual they are. And I say that because they're coming across as a master manifester. Okay, and I think that things sort of happen in their life, and they don't realize that they are the cause of it. So they could be someone who thinks, oh, like, I really don't like my job. I really wish I could find something better, or any area of life that they're dissatisfied with. All of a sudden it starts to fall apart, right? All of a sudden it starts to fall apart so that new things could come in. So this is someone that has had things fall apart for them, whether it was job loss, whether it was loss of a relationship, right? And they've had to rebuild themselves after. And I think they don't even realize that they have this power, but things tend to work out for them. And they may even see it as like, oh my goodness, why is everything going wrong? But then the next thing you know, they're in their dream apartment, they're at their dream job, right? It's like things fall apart in order to fall together for them. So they have this gift of just naturally being this magnet for their desires. And they don't even realize that that's what it is. The next thing I'm seeing about this person is that they are very positive. They have gone through some things here with the Five of Coins, of Pentacles. I just heard they work well with others as well. So they work well in a team. They are very easy to compromise with, okay? Not to say that they are someone who constantly lets people have their way, or they constantly let themselves be walked over. No, they're not that kind of person, but they are the kind of person that knows how to compromise the right way. Okay? But yes, I'm seeing them as being very positive, and not in a toxic positivity way, but this belief, this inner belief that they have that things will always work out. They have this inner belief, they have this inner knowing that there's no need to sit, not to say that like nothing bothers them, because they definitely will cry when they need to cry. They will get upset when they need to get upset. Anger is an emotion like any other, and it's necessary at times, right? But they just have this positivity to them. Like they know that everything will work out for them, which is why they are such master manifestors, because they have this inner belief and this inner knowing that things will just work themselves out. They take the necessary steps that they need to. They just keep going. Now I'm hearing Dory from Finding Nemo, just keep swimming, just keep that's their motto in life. Just keep swimming, just keep moving. They know that everything will work out for them. Okay? This person, I'm getting, could have Celtic roots. Okay? They're connected to a goddess. Spirit, do you want to tell me who? I just heard Sophia, but it was pronounced Sophia. I pronounce it Sophia, so that's interesting. They have, maybe it's their lineage, their ancestry, but it could also be their divine lineage and ancestry that connects them. I'm seeing God and goddesses. Okay. This is someone who wears bright colors. That's very interesting. A lot of white. Okay. Likes outdoors, lover of outdoors, I just heard. Likes to party, which is interesting because you have the romance celebration party here. So they are someone who is a seeker of good times, should I say? Good times. Okay. Very nice. Also, they're coming through as someone who is very well established financially. They have a solid foundation with this anchor card here, stability. They are someone who works hard, but also plays hard. They're someone who enjoys nicer things, whether that is, I'm seeing like watches in particular. Someone who enjoys a nice gold watch is what I just heard. Someone who likes a good eating at a nice restaurant, making dinner plans, reservations. Okay. Who likes to travel, and travel in style is what I'm hearing. So, not to say that this person is exceedingly wealthy, although they could be, but they are in a very good financial place. For a lot of you, this person does not have kids. Interesting. Some might, but for the majority of you, I'm getting this person does not have kids. But nieces and nephews, okay. And does want to be a parent. They admire their nieces and nephews, and they say things like, I don't know if I could ever do that, or do you know what I mean? But actually they do want a family of their own. They do want kids. They're saying it would be nice to have kids. It's not a necessity, but they do think it would be nice to have kids. All right, thank you, Spirit. So as far as what this person does, right away that came to me when I first set down these cards, someone who is, again, a therapist or psychiatrist, a counselor, or a coach of some kind. A teacher. So like a coach, but for students. Okay, so maybe they work at a high school or even a college, getting professor type vibes as well. So they could either be a teacher, a counselor, therapist, psychologist, or psychiatrist, or a coach of some kind. This is someone that might have their own coaching business or coach on the side, consult. Thank you, Spirit. Like consult on the side, but that's not their main business for most of what I'm getting. For most of you, they are, I see a lot of working with kids. Thank you, Spirit. I see a lot of working with kids. I see a lot of coaching people, helping people mentally. Okay, so this is someone who deals with building people up, motivational speaker type energy as well. Very nice. This is someone who wants to make the world a better place, is what I'm hearing, and they're doing so in their way. They show kindness to others. They believe very heavily in the golden rule, treat others as you would like to be treated yourself. I'm picking up a sense of overwhelm when it comes to the state of the world. So there's someone who is very invested, not necessarily in politics, but in the state of the world. So they're very concerned about homelessness, about climate change. They feel this desire, this strong desire to make the world a better place. And at the same time, they have this overwhelming sensation of what can I do as one person? And I feel that a lot because I struggle with the same thing with this person. And it's not something that they dwell on constantly, but it is something that is a main motivating factor in their decisions in life. And it just, they want to do the right thing. They're like, I can recycle, I can reduce my imprint right? My impact. I can help and donate to charities where I can. I can do these things, but I feel like it's not enough. I feel like I need to do more, or there needs to be more done, or I'm just one person. What, like, I wish I could do more. I wish the world was different. This is very strong. Okay, this is very strong in this person. They really want global change, and they just feel powerless at times. Five of Pentacles. They feel powerless at times, but they do what they can to make a small difference in their community, as an individual human being, right? But they really want to make significant change in the world and wish that they had the ability to do more. This sounds like an amazing person, honestly. But yes, also keep in mind that they are coming from sort of this, I feel like they have a very big heart. And for those of you who are seeking a masculine, I'm picking up on a masculine who is like very soft-hearted. Not to say that they are soft, but they are very soft, very tender-hearted, very sensitive. Okay, so it has been easier for them to have gotten hurt in the past. And I see them having been hurt in the past by people who have taken advantage of their beautiful heart, people who don't understand them. I feel names being flung at them like, oh, you're a mama's boy, or oh, you're just so sensitive, or worse, right? But I'm not even going to get into that. So that's something to look out for. This person, specifically this masculine I'm picking up on, has been through a lot, and despite all of the shit thrown at them by other people, they still have this beautiful, positive attitude towards life, because they see the good and they choose to focus on the good and the beauty in the world, right? While also understanding that there's so much bad going on that they wish they could change and help fix, and they do their part. Interesting. Okay, let's get into how the two of you will meet. I'm very curious about that. I'm going to grab another Lenormand. Do I want the Lenormand? I think I do. Firstly, Spirit is saying it could be a party. I'm looking at this card. They drew my attention to this card. Fan, romance, celebration, party. So it could be at a party. It could be at some sort of celebration. A New Year's party? Or some kind of New Year's activity. I'm definitely feeling the energy of New Year's. Okay. Let's see if we get anything else. Spirit for pile number 1. How will they meet their future spouse? Information with book. Interesting. Before this card popped out, Spirit was telling me that some of you, if you are a single parent, some of you might actually meet this, like this person might be your child's teacher, which is kind of, I don't know about that dynamic, Spirit. Like, I don't know if that's the best way to to meet someone, but that is coming up for some of you. Okay. And then we have key success. For some of you, this could be through work. Okay. The Discord card just popped out. And okay, there's child. New beginnings. Which again is bringing up the image Spirit gave me of like your child's teacher. Listen, I'm not gonna judge. I'm not gonna judge. I feel like that's a little bit of a difficult dynamic. But yeah, for some of you that is strongly coming through. Again, there's the celebration. Again, New Year's is coming to me. I'm seeing champagne. I'm seeing like champagne. A house party. Not a crazy one, just like an elegant New Year's Eve celebration. Dressed up. So I see you, like, this isn't a party where you go casual. This is a party where you kind of dress up a little bit. And that's very much New Year's energy. So New Year's Eve party. Spirit just said New Year's Eve ball. Ball dropping could be a thing. New York, Times Square. Okay. Just a thought. That wasn't from Spirit. That just came to me. That's just my idea, not from Spirit. But Spirit said New Year's Eve ball, and so that made me think of the ball dropping. But like, who throws a ball these days, right? Like, is that a thing? Do people, maybe fancy, wealthy people do, but like New Year's Eve ball. So that might be important for someone. And I'm definitely seeing a school. I'm definitely seeing a school. Maybe you're meeting at school. Maybe you're in college. Maybe you're in a graduate school or something like that. So for some of you, I know I have a few younger viewers. So for some of you, maybe you're meeting this person at school. Okay? As far as college, high school even, Spirit told me to say. High school sweethearts. Okay. That's what I'm seeing, guys. I'm seeing a party. Okay. With a little bit of a more elegant, fancier one. I'm seeing school. I'm seeing your child's teacher. And I'm seeing, or just meeting at school. Interesting. And we already have a time period because New Year's Eve, New Year's Day is coming through very, very strong. So I'm going to extend that to say winter time in general or January, February. Okay. Because that is what I am seeing. But specifically for a good portion of you, it's New Year's itself. You're going to be meeting this person. Okay. And then this Discord card popped up, and I'm not sure what that's about. I just want to feel into this for a second. Spirit, can you please give me some understanding here? You can see the shadows here of two people arguing in the background. Okay, I just got an image of a disagreement, an argument taking place in a public place. So maybe it's at this party, maybe it's somewhere else public, and the two of you like meeting each other's eye and being like, what is going on? And like kind of, okay, because it's not you two doing the fighting, but it's someone else. So it's like, this is a public place, or maybe this is like a friend group and two of your friends are fighting, or no, not necessarily, not a friend group type thing, Spirit is saying, but more of just like, these are people you don't know and there's some kind of public argument. Okay, and the two of you kind of lock eyes across this and you're like, what? And you end up meeting each other or speaking to each other that way. Interesting. That's for a few of you. Okay. So let's get into why the two of you work so well together. What is it that you love about each other? Like, what makes you work so well together? Let's see. Pile number 1. Why do you work so well together? Why is this your person? Reciprocity. The both of you are givers. You are generous people. Okay? So you give, it's give and take. It's compromise, once again. And we already talked about how this person is very good at compromise. But I see that the two of you give your all to each other. You both put in 100%. There's also this idea, yeah, it's about being generous, but there's also this idea here with the Four of Wands of being so in love. And it's a dynamic where you guys make other people mad because you're so mushy, because you're so in love. And despite like any problems that come up, any conflict that comes up in your relationship, Two of Coins at the bottom of the deck, you figure out a way to make it right, to balance it out, to compromise, because you love each other so deeply. You guys could face, for example, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but you guys could face immense hardships in your relationship, and you will always see it through because you never forget. You never forget the love that you have for each other. That love continues to grow and develop each day. But you're also making a choice here with the Two of Coins. Every day you make the choice to continue to love this person. That is why it works so well. Because both of you are committed to that love. You are committed to each other, and you are committed to making anything work. Anything that pops up, you will make it work because you're committed to the love that you have for each other. It's very beautiful. What else? Spirit for pile number 1. Why do they work so well together? Page of Cups. The two of you have like this, I'm hearing honeymoon phase, but the honeymoon phase never ends. Okay? The honeymoon phase never ends. It's like you're just as in love with this person 10 years down the line as you were when you first met. Not only that, but you guys inspire each other. There's this childlike energy that the two of you have when it comes to getting to know each other. So every day, we learn more and more about someone, and you look forward to that, both of you, especially this other person, your future spouse. They look forward to learning more about you. There's this wonder in their eyes when it comes to you. It's like, you never cease to amaze me, right? It's that kind of energy. It's like, I'm in awe. I'm awed by you. And every day I want to get to know more and more about you. Do we have anything else for pile number 1? Okay, no. Spirit says no. We're going to get you some advice, okay, on how to call in this person, how to call in this energy. But I definitely like what I see here in regards to your relationship. Pile number 1. Can we get some advice, Spirit, for pile number 1? I was just humming, funnily enough. I don't even know what I was humming, but I just started humming. Maybe that's something you do, pile number one, or maybe that's something your future spouse will do, just kind of hum to themselves. Definitely someone who is a lover of music, but it brings to mind that positivity that they have, where it's just like, life is good. Despite all of the bad things in the world, life is still good. It is still a gift to be alive. All right, Spirit, can I get some advice for pile number one? Some advice. Ooh. Call back your power. Interesting. Activate peace and calm. Like that. One more for advice. And I got two more. Okay, we've got activate appreciation. Ooh, gratitude, guys. Gratitude, flow, calling back your power. One fell on the floor. Give me 1 second. Oh, okay, here we go. And we've got the Seer of Destiny. Fortune, right timing, synchronicity. Pay attention to signs and synchronicities. I find this very interesting. Spirit is saying that for some of you who have been manifesting this person, or maybe your manifestations in general, Spirit also wants to say, and you've been trying to manifest something and it hasn't been coming through. Maybe it is this future spouse, maybe it is love, right? Or maybe it's something else. Spirit is saying to call your power back. Actually, I'm going to read this for you. Call back your power from all time and places. You can do this by switching off all your electronic devices, lighting some candles, meditating for 5 minutes before you begin, and then actively saying, I call back my energy from all time and places for my highest good. Repeat this 3 times at a minimum, or as many times as you feel is necessary. Then remain still to see if any intuitive insights arise. These inner insights are highly illuminating and will show you what you need to see. Sticky situations in life, old pains and resentments leave energy traces. Here's what it is. And when you call back your power, you call back your energy to return to you whole. And this could be somewhat of a blockage for some of you, is just your energy being taken or unwittingly given away by you. And it's causing this friction with not allowing your manifestations to come through, okay? So it says, when you call back your power, you call back your energy to return to you whole. Now is the time for this kind of practice. Meditate, clear your energy, and honestly, the day I'm posting this, when I told you about the solar eclipse and just being observant, if you listen to the intro, this would be a good day to do this practice, okay? Meditate, clear your energy, and then call back your energetic power. Do this practice as often as necessary, and especially if you feel tired often. Your energy is worth protecting and calling back to you. Equally, where are you giving your energy to freely? Perhaps to social media, television, or people who don't value you. These things use your energy and result in a lack of lucidity. Your attention is your greatest asset. Don't give it to things that seek to disempower you rather than empower you. This card also comes to ask you to reflect on your boundaries. Are they healthy and serving you? You can reclaim your power, and you will be so glad you did. Affirmation, I call back my power from all time and places. and I am whole. Okay, I'm so glad we read that. I would honestly, pile number 1, actually do this practice. Okay, do exactly what the guidebook said. There is a friction here that I'm picking up on. It's like spider webs, right? It's like walking through a spider web and then you feel that sensation all over you. It's like that's what's happening to your energy. So it's time to call it back. Call back your power. Activate peace and calm. If you are anxious about finding love, let that go. Let that anxiety go. That is harming rather than helping. Okay, 1 2 2 2 on my timer. Activate appreciation, so be gratitude for the love that you have in your life currently, to allow more love in. Do you know what Spirit is saying in the back of my head? And Spirit is saying it again because I ignored it because I was reading the book and forgot. Spirit is bringing to my attention the fact that I said this person is a master manifester. This person is manifesting you. So you need to unblock your energy so that they can receive their manifestation, which is you, which is so funny. Okay, the Seer of Destiny, Fortune, Right Timing, Synchronicity. Yeah, I feel like you're right on the cusp of this. You're right in the path of this. You guys are about to meet. It's soon. And you're gonna start, before this comes in, Spirit says, before you meet this person, you're gonna start to see a lot of synchronicities, a lot of signs. Take note of that. Take note of that. There's something about sea turtles as well. Maybe you're a fan of turtles, or maybe sea turtles are significant in some way. Pay attention to that as a sign. Feathers, cats. But yeah, I definitely see that before this comes in, there are going to be signs. So see if you can pay attention to them. All right, pile number 1, that is your reading all about your future spouse. I hope it resonated with you. Please let me know if it did down below in the comments section. If you would like a personal reading from me, I offer those. And again, you can find the link to that in the description box. Sending you so much love, pile number 1. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. You can hype this video. That would help me out a lot. Subscribe so you don't miss any of your future readings, and I will see you in your next reading very soon. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome. You chose the Warrior of Love Tarot. Your random card was the 2 of Cups. Which is interesting, very nice for a love reading. Today we're going to find out all about your future spouse, who they are, what they do for a living, etc. We're going to go over how, where, and when you two will meet. And then we're going to find out why the 2 of you work so well together. Okay? Like what makes your connection special and work. All right, I'm gonna give your tarot deck a good shuffle, but we're gonna start with the oracle. Okay, give me a second here. There we go. That was nice. All right, let's get your oracle. Spirit, thank you so much for being here, presiding over this reading. Let's get into pile number 2's future spouse. Can you tell me who they are, more about them, what they do? Thank you so much, Spirit. All right, pile number 2. Pile number 2. Future spouse. Whoa. Okay, I guess I'll take that. It flew at me. Let's see, we have the distorted masculine. Interesting. And then we have life purpose. I want to get one more. I'm getting the message that this person spent a lot of time, a lot of their life chasing something, whether that's chasing wealth, fame, only to find out that that's not what life is about, right? That's not the purpose of life. I'm picking up on someone older, okay? 40s, 50s, and if that's not someone you're interested in, then it's someone at least older than you, okay? There's a certain amount of wisdom that is coming off this person. This person, again, has lived a life pursuing one particular thing. Maybe it was climbing the corporate ladder. I see this as someone who worked in finance specifically. And I say worked because they no longer, they're kind of doing their own thing now. And they missed out, okay, on a lot of time with family and friends in their pursuit of a life they thought would bring happiness. But now they know the true purpose of life is love, is the pursuit of love. Did this person work in law? So now they know what's most important to them. Can I get one more? Pile number 1, future spouse. One more, please, Spirit. Thank you. Inner peace. There it is. There it is. This is someone who, there's almost this feeling of having been to war. Not literally, but having gone through some shit because they were working. Okay, so this is someone who came from poverty as a child, who grew up most likely with a single parent, single mom, most likely, who worked and struggled all her life. Ooh, their mom might have gotten sick, is what I'm picking up on. Only to see, they saw their mom work herself to the bone. I'm getting emotional for this person. They saw their mom work herself to the bone and then get sick. And they were determined to make a better life for themselves, to never have that situation themselves, to take care of their mother, to be the person that their mother needed, the support that their mother needed at that time. So that was kind of their motivation, their motivating factor. I'm getting a lot of detail with this person. And because of that, they went too hard in the other direction, right? So they wanted so much to build this life of ease and comfort and luxury for their mother, for the sake of single moms everywhere, for the sake of people who have to work so hard just to survive. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna be better. That's not the attitude. The attitude is, I won't let that happen to any of my loved ones. I'm getting so emotional. I'm not going to let that happen to the people I love anymore. This, how hard their mother worked. And this is someone that has had something medical happen to them, their mother, I mean. And so their mother either was in the hospital, had cancer, something like that, to where she could barely afford to get the treatment that she needed. Okay? And this is someone that saw that and was like, I'm not going to let this happen to my loved ones ever again. I'm going to make myself so wealthy. I'm getting so emotional, guys. I'm going to make myself so secure and so wealthy and so powerful that this can never happen again. Fuck that. So that is their motivating factor right there. That has colored their life significantly to the point where they saw that they were doing the same thing, right? That their mother was doing, like working themselves to the bone just to try to achieve this better life. And has come to realize what the true purpose of life is, right? It's love, it's connection, it's being with the ones you love. But there's something about this, like, pursuit of theirs that may not have always been done in the right way. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe they had to, or felt that they had to make certain decisions, do things that weren't necessarily legal, to get to where they needed to be to help out their mother. This is someone who put a lot of weight on their shoulders. Not that there was, but they took it on, right? They took on a lot of weight and a lot of responsibility for things going on around them. Currently, okay, they are in a place of inner peace. They are in a place of understanding who they are, what their purpose is, what our purpose is here on earth. This is, yeah, definitely someone who has been through a lot. Okay, let's get some more cards. Oh my goodness. I just got so emotional because I deeply connected to this person. Wow. That didn't happen in pile 1. Like, I got their information, but I didn't connect in that way. So that was a little much. All right, pile number 1's future spouse. What can you tell me about them, Spirit? Maybe. That's interesting. This is someone who, weird little random fact, but this is someone who packs their own lunch for work, or has in the past. Like, they don't go out and get fast food or get, like, go to a restaurant for lunch. Like, they pack their lunch. Okay. What is happening? We have maybe, we have yes, and then we have man. Definitely picking up on masculine energy, that's for sure. I'm not sure what this is about, Spirit. What is this about? They'll let me know. Okay. Hope at the bottom of the deck. I feel like this is a person who is very hopeful. There's a certain level, they're hopeful, but it's kind of on the back burner because there's a certain level of jadedness against the world. When you've seen, like, corruption in the healthcare system, corruption in corporations, like, this is someone who has witnessed it firsthand and has a very, it's not jaded really, but that's the word that I'm thinking of because I can't think of a better word, but it's not jaded because it's real, right? This is a real issue in the world, and it's like, it's made them understand the world and how it really works. Okay, there's something about how the world really works, how the healthcare system really works. Like, that's what's going on here. That's what I'm picking up on from them. I'm gonna get you some tea leaves here for pile number 2. Thank you, December. We have timing already. Okay. I think that's enough. We've got purse, pay attention to your finances, and then we've got wealth. This is someone, again, like I said, who has pursued wealth. so that they could protect their family. We've got Lily, spiritual love. This is someone who has come to understand what love is on a deep spiritual level. That is what I was seeing. We have the month of December. Okay, so this can be when you guys meet. Thank you, Spirit. I love that Spirit is giving me timing, because Spirit gave me timing right away in pile number 1. And now here we have December. Okay, cat, two-faced friend. And that's like their view of the world. It's like, it can be, this is the word they're using. It could be, life can be a bitch, but it can also be amazing. They have this very balanced view of the world, but it's also a very truthful one, because they've seen like incredible corruption within corporations they've worked for, within the healthcare system specifically, within government. This is someone who has worked, like when I first saw this card, I thought Wall Street, but this is someone who has very much worked in interesting places, places of power, okay? Places of power. Either has worked with politicians. I don't know where I was going with that. I just, that's all I wanted to say. I don't know why I said either, but someone who has possibly worked with politicians, who has seen corruption firsthand. Ooh, a police officer. Police officer. Former police officer. Okay. All right, let's get some tarot. I'm not getting a read on what they currently do for work, because every time I hear an occupation, it's like former. That's what they did do. They used to work with politicians. They have seen up close the corruption in the healthcare. Like it's that kind of thing. Whether they have done many things in their life. Ooh, okay. This is like a self-made. I don't want to say millionaire. I don't know that they are a millionaire, but this is someone who has money. So not like, this is someone self-made. They've worked in a lot of situations. They've done a lot of things. That's why I'm seeing this. For some of you, this is a former cop. This is a former, like they worked on Wall Street. They worked in finance. They worked in the healthcare system, not as a doctor or nurse, I'm hearing, but something else. I don't know what that could be. But they in a higher position. So they've worked with several corporations, and they've worked in several different sectors. But right now they are doing their own thing. And I'm not sure what that means, but that's what I keep hearing. They're doing their own thing. And I'm getting something about investments, and specifically dividends. Is that the word? Dividends? Am I saying that right? Why does that sound so weird to me? Dividends. Okay, like they're getting money back every month for stock that they've bought into. I don't know much about that, guys. I'm sorry. I really don't. So I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but they're making money constantly from investments that they've made. They've made smart investments, smart choices. Because the game is rigged. That's what they're saying. Okay, Spirit is showing me like this person has truly understood the game. They understand the market, and they understand how things work and how things go, and how like fake it is. It's fake, it's phony, it's made up. It's like anybody can do this. Is there like they've figured out the formula or the system or whatever. They've figured out something because they've seen so much. And so, yeah, they're self-made. They're self-made, babe. They are rich. They are rich. Okay. Woo. File number 2. This is someone special, or different, but special. Okay, pile number 2, future spouse. Spirit, can you tell me about how they will meet? Ace of Wands. How will they meet? Pile number 2. Ten of Pentacles. Listen, this person has built generational wealth. Generational wealth, okay? Interesting. And this is a regular person. This is a regular, I was going to say regular guy. I am getting strong masculine vibes. So, honestly, if you are not someone who is looking for a man specifically, this might not be your pile. Because I picked up masculine vibes in pile number 1 as well, but more than that, it wasn't necessarily a man, right? Masculine doesn't have to mean man. This pile is very much man. So, just saying. All right. So, yeah, the spirit is telling me more about this person. Like, this person has a very sharp exterior. Very, oh my goodness, what's the word I'm looking for? Spirit, help me out. Prickly, kind of prickly on the outside, outspoken, someone who says it like it is, doesn't mince words. Okay, not to say they're mean, but they're good. I'm thinking, do you know what just came up in my mind is when, I don't know if you guys have seen Supergirl, but like Supergirl's mother tells her, like before she leaves the planet, you don't always have to be nice, but be good. And I feel like that's who this person is. They're not always nice, but they're good. Okay? So maybe a little bit prickly, maybe a little bit of a rough exterior. I'm picking up air sign vibes. Leo, why did I say Leo? That's so funny because I was going to say air sign, or they could be a Leo, and that came out first. So very strong Leo vibes here, okay? But Gemini, Aquarius, not Libra. Not so much Libra. I'm picking up very much Gemini, Aquarius, and Leo. Okay, I didn't get specific signs for pile number 1, but specific signs. I'm getting so much detail with this person. I don't know what's going on. This might be happening very soon for you. But I mean, December is pretty soon when you think about it. Yes, we're in August now, but look how fast we got to August, guys. Okay, so strong Leo energy. But prickly on the outside, but like within this image, you can see this, like he looks like a warrior. He's got this owl headdress, but he's holding this locket. And so he's got a big heart. This person has a big heart on the inside, has a big heart. They care, they love deeply, but they have a very rough exterior. Okay. Interesting. This is someone that is a little possessive, I have to say, a little jealous. Listen, no one's perfect. Not in an extreme way, but it is there, and it's probably something that they will have to work on, or you will have to work on with them. Not that it's going to be a huge issue in your relationship, because I don't see it being that way. In fact, I see you kind of liking it for some strange reason, that you do you. But like, there's something about them that's very possessive almost. Like, this is my woman. Like, my woman. Like, that's what I'm hearing this person say. My woman is very, like, does not play about you. That's the kind of energy that I'm picking up on. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. How will these two meet? Can you give us an idea? Lenormand? I'm still wondering why we have the maybe and the yes cards here. Spirit, and we did get the man card. We saw that. I mean, with distorted masculine, man, and the fact that I feel a man's energy, this is definitely a man, pile number 2. Okay, let's see. Whee. All right, let's see if we can find out, Spirit, kind of where and when. Well, we know when, right? If are we sticking with that as a time frame? Yes. Okay. Can you tell us where these two will meet? Moon, recognition. Ring commitment. Hello? Hello? Okay, I just heard that this person, when they see you, they're going to recognize that you are the type of person that they want to commit to. Coffin ending. And letter. Okay, so I heard a couple of different things. You or this person, but really you is what I'm picking up on, have some kind of event that is like, all that I'm picking up on is like a race. Like maybe you're doing a marathon. So it's something that you do, whether it's running or not. I can't think of any other example. I'm so sorry, but I'm seeing like it's either like a marathon that you compete in and you meet that way, okay? Or it's some kind of competition. I don't know. What other competitions are out there? Like a bowling competition. I don't know. Why can't I think of anything? Help me out here. Something that you do that's it's not for work necessarily, it's for fun. So maybe you run a 5K, you run a marathon, like whatever it is, and you meet that way, okay, for some of you. I love that ring commitment came out, because this, I feel like, especially with it being next to recognition, this person immediately like sees you and knows. It's like an immediate knowing. I think the two of you are going to have a pretty fast, I'm laughing because Spirit just said courtship. I don't think that's what we call it anymore, Spirit. But a pretty, thank you, courtship. I don't know why Spirit is so insistent on the word courtship. Court. Interesting. Court. Maybe you're going to have a courthouse wedding? Okay. Okay, I think that's what was coming through. All right. Some of you are going to be eager to marry, to be committed to each other, eager to be committed to each other. And then we have coffin ending. And when this popped out, I heard Spirit say after work, or leaving work. So some of you are going to meet this person leaving work. Like maybe you run into them leaving work, okay? Or maybe you change your route one day leaving work and then you bump into this person. I don't know. And then we have letter with message. And this is, again, Spirit is talking about a courthouse, a court date. Do any of you have a court date coming up? Because you might meet this person there. If any of you are dealing with any kind of legal issue, maybe someone who is representing you, or, very interesting. Court is coming up. Yeah, so I don't know if you have a court date coming up, or do you have kids? Pile number 2. If you have kids and you're in like some kind of custody battle, there could be someone either representing you, helping you, or like you happen to meet this person who's going through a similar situation. Okay, that's for some of you. Because there's definitely like any kind of legal matter here, you can meet through that. But there's a particular, like, a custody battle came up. So that is for some of you. That is specific, yes, but that is definitely for someone out there. But then, okay, so we've got some kind of some like competitive type thing that's not seriously competitive, which is why I was thinking marathon. I still can't think of anything else that's competitive that you would be a part of, but you know if that's you, okay? You know if that's you. And then for the rest of you, it's like you leaving work, either taking a different route. So possibly some of you could have just lost your job when you meet this person, okay? Okay, because ending. But yeah, either leaving work or like leaving that job. Do you know what I mean? Interesting. So, Spirit, why do pile number 2 and their future spouse work so well together? Why do they work so well together? The Tower. Interesting. Oh, I just heard you have the same beliefs. The same internal belief system. Oh, you've both had. Okay, this could be that both of you are deconstructing from religion. Christianity specifically, but it could be any religion. Both of you, okay, because this person, going back to this, your future spouse, probably, especially with the things that happened with their mother and their mother's health, I'm going to just say him and his mother's health. I think that they might have tried to get help from like a church, and the church didn't help them, and that was when he kind of gave up on religion. So there's something about the ending of beliefs. So it's not that you have the same belief system, it's that you grew up with the same belief system, whether it was Christianity or some other religion, and you've both had that come tumbling down for various reasons. I love this. You got the 4 of Wands. Again, pile number 1 had 4 of Wands too. Okay, I'll get into that. Sorry. But yeah, you've had innate belief systems crushed, like crushed, pulverized. It was like, oh man, now I see the truth in this organization. That's another thing. Remember we talked about this person, this man, who like sees the truth. He sees the corruption in all of these organizations. Christianity is one of those organizations that he saw the corruption in. And I feel like you have seen the corruption in it too. So something happened in both of you guys' lives, pasts, where you've had to face the hard truth of, wow, this institution is corrupt, right? And then the belief systems that stem from that institution are also wrong. So there's a level of deconstruction that both of you have had to go through. So that is something that you kind of bond over immediately. I think, again, with beliefs and the Magician showing up, I feel like both of you have a sort of similar philosophy or spirituality, okay? And that works really well for the relationship. I see you guys, and it might not even be like very spiritual, but it could just be spiritual concepts that you guys believe in. Like you believe, say you both believe in the law of attraction, or you both believe in the law of assumption, or there's some kind of spiritual belief that both of you have and cultivate, whether it's a spiritual belief or it's like a philosophical belief, okay? But it's something that you share and something, yeah, that you both believe in very deeply. So that, again, that's something that you immediately bond over. So I keep getting these images of you just like immediately, especially with the ring and commitment popping out. Like I see this as like you guys just immediately bond. You immediately get on. As soon as you meet, it's like there's so much compatibility right off the bat. Does that make sense? Okay, and then we have the Four of Wands, again with the commitment, right? Because that is what the Four of Wands is about. It's about commitment. It's also about celebration. It's about love. I'm picking up that the two of you will just be celebrating each other. You will see in one another kindred souls, kindred spirits, okay? You will see in each other, here is someone who thinks like me. But the love that you have for each other is so strong that both of you guys are so focused on the love. Oh, Spirit finally explained this. Okay. Both of you are so focused on the love that you have for each other that again, any problems, situations that arise, like it's easy to fix them. It's easy to compromise with this man. Because you guys, and I'm picking up on a man who is very traditional in a way that like he wants to be the provider. He wants you to live a soft life. He wants you to be feminine. So again, like if you're not a feminine person, I don't know that this is your pile or this is your person, because this is someone who is looking for a feminine woman, who is looking for someone who is soft and nurturing. Got the Empress at the bottom of the deck. And this is someone who wants to give and give to you. This is someone who's going to take care of you financially, emotionally. They're going to make sure, like, this is someone that's like, hey babe, do you need $100 to go get your nails done? Do you need to get your hair done this week? Okay, let's go do that. Like, this is that kind of man. Where he, again, because he takes on these responsibilities and he has that sort of traditional value of, I'm the man, I need to provide. But he's also not afraid of doing the work with you. Do you know what I mean? There's no like... This is someone who wants to fulfill a role, but doesn't necessarily, and wants you to fulfill a role, but again, is not expecting you to be taking care of the kids and doing all of this work by yourself, because he understands again, seeing what his mother went through, he would never let a woman, I'm getting emotional, he would never let a woman do anything all on their own or ever feel like they were on their own, because a woman shouldn't have to feel like that according to him, okay? He like has this beautiful love for his mom. I'm not picking up on whether his mom is still here or not. I'm picking up on the medical issues and picking up on cancer. So I don't know if she is still with us, if she survived. But his mother and his love for his mother is a big motivating factor for how he treats women. Does that make sense? So like, he's going to take care of you, and he's going to make sure that you have everything that you need. Woo, okay. So this, I feel like this is a little peek into when you guys first meet, because again, this man is prickly on the outside, right? But there's an immediate attraction. And once you actually start talking, there's an immediate, what's the word? God, I lose words so easily when I'm channeling. There's an immediate compatibility. Thank you, Spirit. So there's this energy of you meeting this person and being like, it's a maybe, but that maybe quickly turns into a yes, this is my person. Like, there is very little doubt that this is your person. So, okay. So we know who they are. We know what they do, sort of, right? Very much in investing. And probably, I just heard real estate investing as well, okay? We know when you'll meet. We have December here. I just heard July as well. For some of you, it could be July of next year. But we have December here as well. December of this year, December of next year, I don't know. And where, we did go over that, right? Yeah. Marathon, a competition, leaving work or leaving a job, and then some kind of legal, right? We talked about it. Okay. So let's get you some advice on how to bring this in sooner, how to call this to you sooner, or any signs and symbols that you should look out for, okay? Let's ask for some advice for Spirit. Spirit, can you give us some advice, please, for pile number 2 for meeting their future spouse? Okay, we've got the Seer of Seekers, Seership, you are safe, soften. Can you see that? All right. And here we have the word soften, and I was talking about how this man wants a soft, feminine woman. Ooh, some of you don't feel safe to be in your feminine. Some of you don't feel safe being soft. And I get that because this world puts us in a position as women to constantly be paying attention to our surroundings, like being prepared. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're constantly in this state. And so I feel like a lot of you may not feel safe being in your softness, being in your femininity. So that might be something that you need to work on to call this in, if this is what you want, right? Let's see. Any more advice for pile number 3 or 2, please? Thank you. An invitation to your life. The Seer of Change, surrender, acceptance, fortitude. I want you to know that softness is not weakness. I think that the world's society has a very backwards view of this. Being soft does not mean weak. Okay? Sometimes it is the strongest thing that you can do to still be soft in a world that tries to get you to be rough, right? In a world that is constantly beating you down, in a world that you constantly have to fight just to survive, it can be incredible strength, an incredible show of strength to be soft. All right. And then we have the seer of change, surrender, acceptance, fortitude. So there's this energy of surrendering to the divine, surrendering to what's best for you. I just heard Mother knows best. And you know, your spirit team, the divine, God, your higher self, your angels, they know what's best for you. Sometimes we lose sight, right? We lose sight of what is best for us. But our higher self, our spiritual team, our ancestors, right? The divine herself, themselves. You'll notice I call the divine, I call spirit they, and I say she, because creation energy is female, right? So, but the divine is so high above our understanding that they are beyond gender, right? So you can call spirit she, you can call spirit they. But yeah, I just feel this energy of you wanting too much control, you holding on too tightly to things, and it's time, Spirit is saying it's time to let go. Soften those hands, soften those fists. Let's rub them out. It's time to surrender to the divine path, to your purpose. Right? Did we have that card? Yes. Life. I can't pick up anything with these nails, guys. I just did my nails. Life, purpose. Surrender to purpose. Speak to the divine. Speak to the universe. Ask for guidance. Ask your spirit team for guidance. How can I soften? How can I loosen my grip? I know I'm holding on too tightly. How do I let go? Again, that saying's coming through for me, let go and let God. So there's a surrendering that needs to happen here, right? And a softening. You are safe, and I feel like you don't believe that. So why don't you? Let's talk to spirit. Let's do some journaling, talk to your spirit team. Why do I not feel safe in who I am? Why do I not feel safe in my femininity? Okay, why do I not feel safe to be soft, to live a soft life? Why do I think life has to be hard? I don't know why I felt like yelling that to you, but that needed to be yelled. Why do you feel life has to be hard? Who told you that? Was it your parents? It doesn't have to be hard, babe. It doesn't have to be hard. It's not supposed to be hard. You're not doing something wrong if life is soft. It's okay. It's safe for you to live. Holy shit, this man coming into your life, bitch, this man is gonna show you how safe it is to live a soft life, how safe it is to not have to struggle. You do not have to struggle. This is an internal belief that you have that you need to let go of. That's what it is. You have this internalized false belief that life has to be hard, that you have to struggle, that you can't live a soft life, that you can't be soft. Ooh, you need to start releasing that now. Start releasing that now so you can accept this kind of love when it comes in. You've fallen into this hyper independence because you believe you have to struggle. So it's time to let that go. And there it is, an invitation to your life. Spirit is saying, it's time to live your life without the false beliefs, without the need to fight and struggle to survive. We're done with that. This is a very important message for you, pile number 2. Life does not need to be hard. Life should not have to be a struggle. You should not be on the struggle bus every day. Get off the bus. Okay? Pile number 2. This is what I'm seeing. Please let me know if this resonates with you in the comments. I do offer personal readings if you want a more in-depth personal reading about your future spouse. It's a love and relationship reading. Link is in the description, okay? Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe so you don't miss any of your future readings. Pile number 2, I will see you in your next reading very soon. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. You chose the Ethereal, can never remember, the Ethereal Visions Tarot. Your random card was the Wheel of Fortune. Let's get into your reading all about your future spouse. So first we're going to find out who they are, find out more details about them, what they do, how, where, and when you two will meet, and then why you work so well together. And then we're going to get you some advice from Spirit, okay, to help this come in sooner. So I'm going to start with the Oracle. Pile number 3. Thank you so much, Spirit. Pile number 3. Tell us about their future spouse. Who are they? Thank you. Reparenting yourself. Pile number 1 had that too. Okay, tell us about pile number 3's future spouse. Thank you. Worthiness. Okay. Pile number... Ooh, thank you. The Silver Waterfall. This person is an energy source, and I mean that they are a light worker. This is a light worker whether they know it or not. They have an energy about them that draws you in. You feel calm and soothed in their presence. Okay? Very watery, but also earth-like energy is what I'm picking up on. Water and earth. I think they have water and earth in their big 3, okay, or as significant placements. So that is Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, as well as Virgo. What are my earth signs? Jesus. Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. Jesus. Okay. Heavy Virgo, though. Definitely. Okay. I'm picking up on feminine energy. So this can be a man or a woman, but someone who is very much in touch with their... Okay, Spirit is saying that they identify as non-binary for some of you. Doesn't have to be the case necessarily, but Spirit did mention that. So this could be someone who is non-binary, but they're very in touch with their feminine side and their feminine energy. This is someone who is just discovering their worth to themselves. Like, this is someone who it is easy to see their worth when you see them. Like, they are a beautiful soul and beautiful people. but they have not internalized, or have not always, I should say, internalized that love for themselves. And so this is someone who definitely is just starting to learn to love themselves, okay? But they have just a beautiful grounding energy. Very comforting, very comfortable Virgo energy, I'm telling you. And Taurus. Virgo and Taurus. Very heavy earth sign here. What else about them? Let me get the rest of the cards. Those were my initial impressions here so far. Thank you, Spirit. Let's get the rest of the cards and get you a couple of Lenormand. Could also be a Gemini. I am picking up on this like duality of self. Pile number 3's future spouse. Thank you. Again, stability, very grounded energy. Woman, what the hell was I saying? Was I not saying I'm picking up on feminine energy? And here we have woman. Thank you, Spirit. All right, that's it for Lenormand. Let's get some tea leaves. Find out more about your future spouse. Some of you, just Spirit called my attention to the rainbow. I feel like this is a very queer pile, okay? This is my queer pile. This is my LGBTQIA plus pile, if you resonate with that. If you don't, you can pick another pile, but that's the energy I'm picking up on here. We've got bear, danger, especially in money matters. Interesting. Let's get a few more for you. It's turned over. Is that it? Yep. All right, so we've got gong, an exciting event. That might be where you guys meet, at an exciting event. I'm hearing concert. Dojo. That's so funny. Pile number 2, about where they would meet their future spouse, was at like some sort of competition, and then I just heard dojo, and I'm thinking about like a martial arts event. I don't know what kind of events they have. I'm sorry. Caterpillar, things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Teardrops, great personal sorrow. And then man, dealings or relationship with a man. Interesting. This feminine energy, this person, could very well be a woman. Spirit said non-binary at the beginning, so could very well be non-binary, but more femme. I'm also hearing trans. Okay, could be a trans woman or a trans man. But this is someone who has had to release some kind of internalized misogyny. Okay, very interesting. Let's get into your tarot. This is someone who's very active, who either just has a very active, outdoorsy type lifestyle, or someone who likes to go camping. Interesting. Someone who is goes to the gym a lot. Okay. Kickboxing is coming up. Maybe someone who does kickboxing. Rock climbing. Rock climbing as well. Just got that. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Tell us more about pile number 3's future spouse. For some of you, this is going to be your first relationship with this person. I don't mean that as in like your first relationship ever. I mean, this is going to be the first time, like say you're a woman and you've always been attracted to men, you've always dated men. This is going to be your first time with a woman, okay? Or any kind of scenario like that could work, okay? So it's like this is your first queer relationship, okay? Is what I'm getting. Maybe some of you don't know or haven't had the chance to learn or experiment or understand your sexual preferences. So this relationship is going to be different for you in that way. Okay? I'm trying to be delicate because Spirit is informing me that some of you don't know this about yourself yet. So some of you might have thought that you picked the wrong pile when in actuality you didn't. All right. Page of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles. The Devil. Let's get one more. Thank you, Spirit. One more for pile number 3's future. Oh, you gave me 2 more. I'll take it. Thank you. We've got the 2 of Cups, very beautiful, and the 6 of Swords. Again, I'm seeing a transition. I'm seeing an ending of, this is someone who, okay, again, the trans energy is coming through. So this is someone who was born in the wrong body. This was someone who was born in the wrong body and who has transitioned into the right one. So trans energy, definitely. This is someone who has lived a good portion of their life thinking that they were straight. Okay, and then had to learn who they truly were. This may have been a difficult transition for them, and it may have been a very difficult one, a very sad one, because maybe they were not accepted by their parents specifically, or accepted by either a certain friend group or community or whatever. But I'm picking up heavily parent. So this is someone who's had to go through all of the ups and downs and like the emotional roller coaster of making a transition like that on their own for the most part. Okay, they have found support, but they had to do most of it on their own. A very grounded individual who is neither overly positive or pessimistic. This is someone who's kind of neutral in a sense where they just accept things as they come and they move through it, right? They accept it as it comes, they move through it. But with this caterpillar here, like they have gone through the cocooning. They have gone through the transformation from caterpillar to butterfly. They are in their butterfly phase right now, but it took them so much to get there, okay? That cocoon phase was truly hard. They have released themselves from control, whether that is societal expectations, which that is what I'm picking up on very heavily, or it is controlling parents or a controlling partner. They've had to move away from that kind of control here with the Devil and the 6 of Swords together, okay? This is someone who has struggled. I'm getting emotional. But they have struggled with their self-image and their self-worth. And a lot of that could have to do with them being born in the body they were born in and then making that transition. Or it is like, again, just like there's some sort of issue with worth here and with self-image, okay? they have come out for the most part on the other side of it. It's not like they're fully healed. No one is ever fully healed, right? In this world, healing is a journey and it's a lifelong one. I say that all the time. But this person is in a much better place now. In fact, they are quite ready for connection. They are looking for their forever person. They're looking for their partner because they have made all of these internal and external shifts in their life. And it was difficult for them. I feel like they have one good person that they can rely on, okay? And it's some sort of best friend, colleague, mentor, therapist. It's someone in like a higher position than them as far as wisdom. So maybe someone a little bit older than them. This could be that man, right? That is like a friend of theirs that has helped them through a lot of their transition, that has helped them through a lot of their emotional issues, that has been there for them in difficult times. So there's this someone here that is very close to them that has helped them through this, kind of like taken on the role of like adoptive parent almost, okay? Even though for some of them this may not be like a vastly older person, but they've taken on that role, right, of fatherly figure, motherly figure. What else can you tell us about this person? Spirit, thank you so much. This is someone who's battled with depression. They've battled depression. They were most likely at a very low point in their lives where they considered suicide, okay? So they have been through it. Pile number 3, this person has been through it and they've come out on the other side. They're stable now, right? They're stable, they're secure in themselves. They're learning every day more and more to love themselves and who they are. The world from a very young age continuously taught them not to love themselves, to be ashamed of themselves for some reason. Okay, and they're finally coming out of that and unlearning that. They're unlearning this idea of not being normal or accepted or worthy or because they've been taught that they're not right in some way. I hate that so much. But they're coming out of that. They're relearning, okay, and coming to a place of acceptance within themselves. This is someone who very much, and I see where the like non-binary energy is coming through, because they have like very much balanced their masculine and feminine energies. They've very much balanced their emotional and mental bodies. And they've come into a place of balance and acceptance with their physical bodies. And I love that. I have so much love for this person already. Send your future spouse some love right now. They've been through a lot. And they're such a beautiful person, and I don't know that they know that. I don't know that they know it fully. They're learning it now, but they don't know it fully how beautiful they are. And like, I want you to be one of the people in their life when you meet them that continues to remind them day after day how beautiful and perfect they are. Okay? Okay. All right, so that is who they are. They also have an interesting sense of humor, is what I'm getting. I don't know exactly how that like manifests itself, but they have an interesting sense of humor. They have a habit of making these references to things that no one gets. Like, no one gets their references, pile number 3, but you're gonna get some of them. You will. Yeah, like obscure references, and they have their own little sense of humor. Just their own sense of humor that a lot of people don't get. Okay. Why is this song coming through? Do you know that song? I don't even know where it's from, but I just hear it on social media. It's like, I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky. That one. I'm hearing that in my mind's eye, and I feel like that's something they sing to themselves. There's someone who, like, when someone says a word, it triggers a pop culture reference in them. It triggers a pop culture reference, and that's all they can think when someone says a certain word. They are a little bit geeky. They have a specific hobby or niche hobby that is very, like, nerdy and sweet, and I don't know what it is. It could be like, maybe they collect, maybe it's like Magic the Gathering or this Pokemon card. It's something that they have, like, this, it's a nerdy, typical nerdy hobby that they have, or interest that they have. I'm seeing, sorry, one second, I'm listening. Okay, something with their eyesight. I don't know if they wear glasses or contacts, or if they need reading glasses, something like that. Maybe they're stubborn about wearing their glasses, okay? What else, Spirit? Thank you. Yeah, they've, like, with the teardrops here, they have been through quite a bit. They have been through quite a bit. What is this danger card, Spirit? It says danger, especially in money matters. Spirit is saying that they were or are. Spirit is saying are on a precipice, a dangerous precipice. Okay, Spirit is drawing my attention back to the 2 of Pentacles, of, like, it's like they're juggling and they're trying to keep everything afloat. So this is not necessarily someone who's wealthy and well established financially, unfortunately. It's someone who is, like, really trying to, like, just making ends meet, okay? Oh, this is someone who's been through a lot of financial hardships, okay? I asked if it was financial abuse. Spirit said hardships. But possible financial abuse as well. Okay. And they're recovering from that, is what I'm hearing. This is someone that might be in a little bit of debt. Okay. Okay, yes. Money is not everything. Like, the Spirit said money is not everything. And I'm sure that most of you watching know that. You're not going to judge someone because they're not in the best financial situation. I hope, right? And I believe that you wouldn't. But Spirit wanted to make that clear. Money isn't everything, right? So this is someone who may need a little help balancing things out. But they're trying their best. Like, they're keeping everything above. Like, nothing has dropped yet, right? Nothing has dropped yet. So they're doing a good job balancing. But again, it's kind of a struggle. And honestly, that makes sense, especially here in the United States, especially right now where everything is getting so expensive and it's becoming harder and harder to live. And if this person is single and alone, then it's even harder, right? It's even harder. So yeah, there's that kind of energy of just trying to balance everything. Okay, so what do they do? For some of you, this person has 2 jobs, like they're working a full-time and they're doing a side hustle. They have a 9 to 5 and a 5 to 9, okay? What else? They may have a very just like basic job, working in retail, I'm hearing, or working at a restaurant. Waiter, I said waitress, but like I don't want to use gender terms, so a server is coming up. I'm seeing that very heavily, actually. A server at a restaurant. They're a good cook, or they like to cook. But Spirit is like really boosting them right now, because Spirit is saying they're such a good cook, they could open their own restaurant if they had enough belief in themselves. Maybe that's something that they want to do. Oh, they may work at Starbucks. That's very interesting. Literally, Starbucks came to mind, or came into my head. Okay, so not any kind of fancy whatever type job, just a normal job. They have a normal job, whatever it is. It seems like it's service based, however. Okay, like a server, a cashier, working retail. They're a hard worker. Pile number 3. They work hard, and work hard to balance and juggle everything together. Okay? Interesting. This is very specific, but Spirit wanted me to say it anyway. If I live in Orlando, and Spirit is saying if anyone is watching from Orlando and this is your pile, your future spouse could work at Disney. Okay? Just, I have to say what Spirit says to say. So I know that's like overly specific, but that came through and Spirit said, say it. Say it. Okay. Interesting. So that's who they are and what they do. How will you 2 meet? Can we get that? I want to get some more Lenormand here. Spirit, thank you so much. How will these 2 meet? And when? I just heard summer. Spirit said yes, summer. I mean, we're in summer right now, but it could be summer of next year, or like this is a timeless reading, of course, so summer, upcoming summer when you're seeing this. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Yes. Woman again. Woman again. Do you see that? I'm telling you, this is a femme. We've got women. So this Lenormand deck has 2 women and 2 men cards. And we got both women here. So maybe you are both women. Okay. So then we have letter, message. Interesting. This could be someone who has a social media presence, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they're very popular on social media or anything like that. They could have maybe a small YouTube channel, a small following on TikTok, Instagram, but they're very present on social media in some way. It's not necessarily their job, although they would love that, but it's kind of just like a side hobby or hustle. Thank you, Spirit. The maybe card came out. Okay, maybe. One more, please. This. Ooh. Flowers, happiness. Nice. So you could meet online. Okay, this could be just online dating. Or again, like they have a social media presence for sure. So this could be someone you see on social media and maybe you DM them, maybe you start talking that way. But there's an online element here. So it's either online dating or just seeing each other on social media. Flowers, happiness, a very small percentage possibility that they're a florist. But what I'm really seeing is either your first date is surrounded by a lot of flowers, like a flower field or something like that, or at a farmer's market, I just heard. So some of you could meet at a farmer's market. Flower farm in general. There's an energy of farm here. So like maybe a farmer's market you guys meet at. Maybe they have a little booth at a farmer's market. They're a vendor at a farmer's market. Or you do, and that's how you meet. But there's something about a farm, flowers, and like this energy of, there's someone who's gonna like bringing you flowers as well, but there's definitely an energy of a farmer's market, which is so cute. I'm dying. That is so cute. Oh my God. So yeah, a lot of you might meet at a farmer's market or online through social media. Okay. Interesting. Springtime, summertime, those seasons are coming through. So whenever you see this, the next spring, the next summer, maybe even for some of you by the end of this summer, like summer is ending here. Summer doesn't officially end until like the 21st of September or like halfway through September, something like that, right? When fall officially starts. But before fall, I'm also seeing water now, but specifically a pool. Are you someone who frequents like a pool, hot springs, a public pool, a water park, something like that? Sometimes I get, like when I do love readings like this, I get the image of your first date and I get the image of how you'll meet, and I don't know which is which all the time. I guess I could just ask Spirit. Spirit, is this pool situation? Tell me more about it. A meeting. Okay. A meeting. Okay. Spring or summertime. A farm, a farmer's market, or a pool, or hot spring, water park, etc. Something with a lot of water, right? Or for some of you, it is meeting online. It is meeting through social media or specifically online dating. Okay, but I'm seeing DMs back and forth, okay? Instagram is coming up heavy. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so why do you two work so well together is what I want to know. Spirit, for pile number 3, why does pile number 3 and their future spouse work so well together? Spirit is saying something about pride. Sorry, these messages are coming in so fast. Something about pride and then something about, okay, Spirit, I thought Spirit was talking about like they're prideful, but Pride Parade, Pride Month is what I'm getting. Okay, thank you. But also you balance each other out because there's this energy of opposites. Let's see what we got. We got the Sun, we got the 3 of Swords, we've got the Ace of Swords, and then we've got the Fool. Okay, it's because you work so well together because you're both starting this journey, or this person can relate to your journey. So going back to the idea of maybe some of you watching don't realize your queerness yet. You are coming into that with this person, and this person like understands the beginning of like where you are in your journey, right? Because they've been there. You're at the beginning of your journey, they've been there, and they relate and understand. So that might be something that you bond over, because you may be curious, okay? You may start becoming curious about who you are and how you're feeling. And it's kind of like this new path, this new journey for you. You've both experienced similar heartbreaks, similar griefs, Spirit is saying. So maybe you've lost the same type of person, grandparent, I'm hearing. Maybe you lost your grandparent at a young age. Maybe you just lost your grandparent, and so have they. Like there's something like that, okay? You've experienced a similar kind of heartbreak that you can both relate to and understand. You have a clear, some of you may be neurodivergent. You have a very clear way of speaking. Okay, so there's this energy of lack of sarcasm, lack of beating around the bush. Okay, I think both of you are very direct in your speech in your own ways. Okay. So you're not out here playing games or being manipulative, right? You're both very clear on what you want, on what you feel. And I think that clarity between the two of you, you appreciate that in each other. Because either, again, I'm picking up, like, say for instance, one of you is neurodivergent, and one of you maybe isn't, but is very direct in their speech. And that neurodivergent person is very appreciative of that, because that's what they need. They need directness in speech, right? So it's that kind of energy where it's like both of you speak clearly and directly and say what you mean, so that the other person can understand and they appreciate that right away. Okay, and then very similar things bring you joy. I think that there are just these simple joys in life that a lot of us take for granted, and the two of you are people who do not take these little joys for granted. I think you find joy in very simple things. A good weather day. Do you know what I mean? A good sunshiny day. The playfulness of a kitten. You know, like the laugh of a child. Like, it's very simple, small little things that you guys either see or hear, and you'll look at each other and you're just like, yeah, that was a beautiful moment. Do you know what I mean? It's like you share these precious moments that a lot of people disregard, but the two of you very much appreciate those moments and live for and in those moments. There's also this, I don't even know how to say this. Spirit, how do I say this? There's this, oh my God, so much is coming up right now. But like, okay. There's an awkwardness when it comes to physical intimacy. You guys, and it may just be this person bringing it out in you, but there's a kind of an awkwardness that's really endearing and cute, if I'm honest. But the two of you maybe don't quite know how to approach things. That's interesting. I'm not going to dive too deep into that, because that is your personal life and none of my business. But like, there's some kind of awkwardness there at first. You guys get over it, don't you worry. But like, it's cute because you're very big on consent. Both of you are, but like, you don't know how to like initiate or like something like that, okay? Where it's just a little bit awkward, but you figure it out. Okay, going back to like, I don't know how to say this part though, because it's like, there's a little bit of, how do I, like crunchiness? How do I even explain this? I know what I'm thinking in my head, but I don't have words for it. Like Spirit is just putting that in. Okay, so it's like you two are similarly crunchy, like hipsters. I don't know if that's the right verbiage. But God, help me out here. Like, you could possibly meet at a farmer's market. The two of you are very much like on the same path of crunching. God help me. I don't know what to say here. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Most of you are probably like, no, we don't. Like, what the hell are you saying? But you are very much like Whole Foods. Let's get chickens. I don't know. Just kind of like that kind of lifestyle. I'm trying to figure out a name for it. Holistic? Thank you. Spirit said holistic. Is that what I'm saying? Oh. Spirit said yes, but very badly. Okay. Sorry. Holistic type of lifestyle. Okay? One or both of you believe in aliens. That's coming up too. But yeah, you have, or either you already have or are interested in pursuing a more holistic lifestyle. So you have a lot of things in common. You have a lot of things that make you very compatible. But it's really like this, the similar journey, sharing the similar grief, and being very direct and clear in your speech. Okay? Interesting. Anything else, Spirit, for pile number 3? I can't believe it took me so long to figure out holistic, and Spirit had to tell me. We've got the Ace of Wands here. I think you guys are going to have such amazing adventures together. I feel like every day is going to feel like an adventure. You're not monotonous people. I feel like you're people who need excitement, whether you realize it or not. And I think together you're going to find that excitement. There is a boldness. Okay, thank you, Spirit. There is a boldness that comes out in both of you when you're together. When you're apart, maybe you're like, maybe you are more reserved, shy, things like that, or they are, or both of you. But together, when you come together, it's like you pull out the inner courageous, inner fire with each other. So it's almost like you dare each other to be more adventurous, okay? To be more spontaneous. And to do more fun, exciting things. I love it. I love it. You guys are a cute couple, or you will be. Okay, we've gotten the time period, right? Spring, summer. We've talked about how you'll meet, who they are, what they do, why you work. Let's get some advice from Spirit for you, specifically watching this, on calling this in sooner, on being ready for this. Okay. Spirit, can you please give us some advice for pile number 3 to help them bring in this person and this energy? Okay, first card out is Reality Mirrors You. This is talking about vibration. This is talking about manifesting, okay? Reality mirrors you. So your thoughts, the way you talk, okay? The world shapes, the world is shaped. Your reality is shaped by your thoughts, your vibration, and the words you speak. So take care with what you think and with how you speak. Okay? Don't push this away with your thoughts. What else? We've got activate the sisterhood. Oh, Spirit is saying, I don't know how this is going to sound, but Spirit is saying get a hobby, like join a group, join a community, okay? Sisterhood, join a coven even, like a book club, a craft club, a knit club, like something, or whatever your interest is, right? Maybe it's a walking club, maybe it's something more active. But Spirit is saying you need a community, okay? Yeah, community is very important. People who share your interests, your way of thinking, who enjoy the same things you enjoy. Find yourself a community if you don't already have one, okay? What else? Thank you, Spirit. We've got infinite possibilities. Spirit is saying, do not limit yourself. Do not limit yourself to the reality around you. Do not limit yourself in what you think is possible or who you think you are. Ooh. Spirit is saying don't limit the possibilities of who you are. I want you to think about that and about what that means to you. I'm not going to dive into explaining that. I very much want you, pile number 3, to think about what that means for you. Where are you limiting yourself in your beliefs about yourself? Where are you limiting yourself in your beliefs about yourself and who you are? Because you're about to embark on a whole new path. So a lot of the things that you thought you knew about yourself, you're going to learn there's much more going on. There's much more to you. You are much more complex. Okay? All right, pile number 3, that is your reading. That's what I'm getting for you and your future spouse. Please let me know if this resonated in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I do offer personal readings, so if you would like a personal love reading from me so we can go into specifics for you and your situation, your future spouse, check out the link in the description box down below, okay? I'd be happy to work with you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of your future readings. Pile number 3, I will see you very soon in your next one. Bye!